everyone. So about week 9, and this is the last week of February, which is mad. I can't believe we're in March already. So this was the start of a very, very busy month, and I'm right in the middle of it at the moment. And you can hear from my voice, I'm not well again, which is so annoying. But yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. I went down just to see my family and do some wedding bits, and my mum wasn't very well, so I've obviously got that from her. But luckily, I don't feel too bad compared to what I was like back in November time, where I couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak, I couldn't do anything. So tired. But I actually feel all right this time. It's just a bit of a head cold, I think. Anyway, so apologies for my voice. But yeah, it was a really busy start of the week. So I'm using, obviously, the backside of the previous layout, so the 4 6x6s. And the first card that first pocket that I'm using is to document that we're starting to gain Avios points now. So we don't do travel points. I don't know why we don't. You can see that we travel a lot and we just don't take advantage of it, maybe. So we decided to get a credit card and start collecting some Avios points to see if we can get anything from it. I mean, we're not going to be spending outside our means in order to get points or anything like that. We are just going to be using that card as our normal spending, and then obviously pay it off each month. So we're not going to, I don't like credit cards. I don't even have it. This is my first ever credit card I've ever got. I don't spend outside my means anyway. But this just means every money that we spend on this card, we get a point for each pound that we spend, I think, or something like that. So I just think, what's the harm of it, basically, that, we might be able to get something out of it. Because obviously with traveling and stuff like that, it's always nice to be, consider maybe upgrading, or, maybe pay for a flight that we maybe can't afford or something like that. So I just think maybe it will help. So yeah, that was exciting. So I took a picture of the leaflet there, and you can see I've just put some little cut parts and stickers all around it. This collection is the Simple Stories Vintage Weathered Garden collection, which is a really lovely collection. And I wanted to use a few more of my vintage collections, and I just thought this week suited this one because it reminds me of like rainy days, because it's all like sort of, I don't know, it reminds me of like marshlands and just a bit of rain, and I don't know, just reminds me of the outdoors. So the weather's not been great at all this week, so I thought it would match it quite nicely. All the other simple vintage ones are quite spring-like, or quite sort of bright and colourful, which it's not been like that this week. So I thought it'd be quite nice to use this one. And I have used this collection last year for one of the weeks, so I thought I'd use it again, which is quite nice. And then the last 2 pockets are just about us going out for dinner with our friends. I didn't get any photos of us with our friends, which is really annoying, but I did get some other little pictures, and they sent us some pictures and stuff like that, so I thought I'd put them together. So we went out to our normal curry house that we go to with them. It's over by them, so it's quite easy for them to drive. And then Joe and I got the train, so we went to the pub and just had a drink before our train, so we had a little bit of time to waste, which was nice. So we got a picture of us in the pub. The washi tape that I'm using is like this wood one that sorry, choking. Is this wood one that has, it just looks a bit Christmassy, but it does suit this one quite nicely because there is little wood bits on this collection. And I'm just going to, again, use some little cut parts and some little stickers. The cut parts are quite nice because obviously they're like just journal elements, so I can put some writing in there. And then the last pocket, there's going to be 2 photos. They sent us a picture of them like snuggled up in bed with the baby and the dog, whilst we were sat in a cold outdoor train station waiting for our train. So I took a picture of us holding our takeaway curry, waiting for our train in the cold whilst they were snuggled up in bed. But yeah, it was really nice, and I'm just going to try and find something to go here. I do decide to cut out this little heart made of flowers just to put on the side. And then yeah, it's just, as I said, it's quite nice to use a collection that I didn't quite think I was going to use, really. I was just sort of flicking through and I thought, right, I'm just going to go for this one. I didn't sort of think too much into it. This week's a bit of an odd one because I've got loads of stuff going on, but I didn't know what sort of theme to go for. But as I said, it was a bit of everything, so I just thought I'd go with something that, didn't really have a theme. It's just a nice collection. And the next layout, I've actually got quite a few photos. So the 3x4 cards that I use, they just match everything. So that's why I thought it's quite a universal sort of collection. It's not a theme as such, so sometimes that's quite good. Obviously sometimes you have a theme of the week and you can know what you're going to use, but sometimes you just need a collection that goes with everything, and that's what I felt like this one was. So you can see I've got not got too many stickers left. I've probably got a couple more layouts of this, and then it'll be done, which is quite exciting. It's always exciting to use up collections because I just feel like they're being used. I do have a lot of stuff and I really want to use them all, and I don't like to buy stuff unnecessarily and not use it. Basically, like everything I have I will use. I refuse to chuck anything out. I will use it. Even if it sits in there for 10 years or whatnot, I will still use it. I'm actually looking through to do my Rockies album, my travel album, and I've realised that I don't actually have probably the ideal paper pad for it. But I'm refusing to buy something for it because I do have things. They're just not the ideal size, or maybe not enough of it, but I will find a way of using all my stuff for it rather than buy a paper pad that's like perfect for it. I'm trying to use the stuff that I've got. Otherwise I buy something for it and then I never use the other stuff, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to try and use the stuff that I've got and be a bit more creative with it. So you'll see that when I come round to actually filming all the stuff that I've picked out to do my Rockies album, which I haven't fully done yet, but it will be coming soon, hopefully. So just for the title card, I'm just going to use this 6x4 card, and I'm going to stamp, obviously, week 9 in that little space. I was just trying to see whether I could actually fit the week in there, and I can, just about. So I'm just going to stamp those on. But yeah, so this is the start of a very, very busy month. March is just absolutely jam-packed with stuff. It's a big wedding month for me because we've got a load of stuff to do for the wedding, and March is like a scary point for me because it's nearly like 3 months before the wedding. So I'm just trying to get little bits and pieces sorted, just getting like finalised ideas. I don't have to worry about the guests until May, but I do want to get some of my final things done so that, worst case scenario, if someone can't come or something changes, then I can just change it. It's not going to be the end of the world, but I do want to get the majority of all my stationery stuff done for the wedding so that it's done and dusted. But yeah, you'll see a few things for the wedding in Project Life, but not a lot because I don't like to include a lot of the secret sort of things, especially stuff to do with like my dress or my, what I'm going to look like on the day and some like the decor and stuff like that, because I'm just trying to keep a little bit of it hidden. Again, I don't know who watches this channel. I have no idea. Probably no one that's coming to the wedding. But I just want to remain a little bit secrecy, and then obviously when the wedding comes around, it's a surprise for everyone, really. So yeah, you see a few things, and obviously you'll see it all in my wedding prep album anyway when I finally get round to finishing that. Obviously that won't be finished until the wedding's done. But that does go all in there, all the wedding stuff anyway. So you'll see a few things for the wedding in my Project Life, but not anything major. So I'm just going to go find my stamp to stamp the dates on there. But that is pretty much everything for this part of the week. So I will be back with the second part shortly and then a few more videos. I've been a little bit AWOL recently because it has been so busy, but I will be back shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.